If you're a serious competitor, you need to compete intelligently and you need to use long-term thinking so that you can prepare yourself for several years from now when you're actually at a point where you can compete in pro events. So the first most important thing I'll say for you guys that are just starting out competing is don't sacrifice your body for amateur events. If you're not getting paid, do not risk injury, okay? Do not hold out on arm bars, on heel hooks, on whatever kind of joint lock submission that might potentially injure you. I wouldn't even hold out on chokes very much either, right? You don't want to just pass out at an amateur event, okay? Look, if you're not getting paid, then it makes absolutely no sense to put your body at risk because you're going to be taking out more time that you could be spending training where you're not going to be able to roll, or at least you're not going to be able to roll with, your entire body because one part of it will be injured and you won't be able to use it as effectively. And that takes away from your improvement, as well as the fact that you probably can't compete as frequently as you were before. If you get an injury that puts you out for 3 months, well, in those 3 months, you can't compete and you can't continue to gain experience. So better that you tap early and move on and are able to continue training and able to continue competing. The second thing that I'll say is you should stay in competition shape year round. If you're a serious competitor and you want to be able to just drop into a competition at the drop of a hat, which you should be able to do because sometimes opportunities will open up for you, you need to be in good shape year round. You need to be able to do 4 matches, 5 matches in a row in a bracket tournament and potentially be able to win. If you only have enough gas for 1 to 2 matches, you're cutting yourself short. So you want to make sure that you're in good cardio condition year round. Now, you don't need to train your cardio super often, but you need to train it hard to get to the point where you have amazing cardio, and then you need to train it intensively 1 to 2 times per week in order to maintain that high level cardio. So make sure you guys are doing that as well if you're competing frequently and seriously. The third thing I'll say is that most of the time, even if you're competing frequently, you should be rolling to improve, not to win. If you only roll to win, then you're basically only cementing a certain move set into your A game and you're not expanding into other things. Maybe you're not doing bad position drilling where you're learning how to escape bad position, or you're just only resorting to the same 3 or 4 submissions from 1 to 2 positions and you're not expanding your arsenal. You want to have not only a very in-depth game from a position, but you want to expand that to have a wide arsenal so that you have a very in-depth game from several positions that you can funnel people to and submit them from. And if you're only rolling to win, well, guess what? You're only practicing your A game, which means you're not introducing new things into your B game. And if you never introduce new things into your B game, well, those things will never become part of your A game, and you'll only be that guy that does 1 or 2 things, or gal. Number 4, you should compete in every rule set. Don't just stick to the rule set that favors your style, okay? If you're a really great wrestler and you're awesome at passing guard, don't just stick to point events. Make sure you also do the submission-only events so that you can actually practice submitting people, practice your guard, right? Practice doing the positions that put you outside of your comfort zone, especially if you're just starting out. You don't want to only fine-tune yourself to be successful in 1 rule set. You want to be able to be successful in multiple rule sets, because should you eventually become good enough to where you're getting paid to compete in Jiu-Jitsu, well, there's more opportunity for you if you're able to be paid doing multiple events because you're good in multiple rule sets. So think long-term, guys. That's the most important thing if you want to be a serious competitor. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes a very long time for you to get invited to the big events, but just continue onward and you will get there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you share this video. Hope you drop a comment if there's something you agree with, disagree with, or want to expand upon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.